Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. San Bernardino County has released their annual point-in-time homeless count numbers, and reporter Heather Clisby dug into the findings.
The 2025 Homeless County and Survey Final Report has been released by San Bernardino County, reflecting the annual point-in-time results. Countywide, the number of homeless in 2025 decreased by 10.2% compared to the 2024 homeless count. The sheltered count, that is, residents of shelters and transitional housing programs, took place the night of January 22nd through the early morning of January 23rd. The unsheltered homeless count was conducted on Thursday, January 23rd, beginning at 6 a.m. The annual count is crucial for securing grant funding to assist those who are homeless or at risk of becoming homeless. Key findings from the survey include a 14.2% decrease of unsheltered individuals compared with 2024. Meanwhile, the number of sheltered homeless was relatively the same, with an increase of 1. The vast majority of county homeless were in 8 cities: Barstow, Colton, Fontana, Ontario, Rancho Cucamonga, Redlands, San Bernardino, and Victorville. More than a third of these people became homeless for the first time in the previous year. Almost half of unsheltered adults were chronically homeless and had a disabling condition such as mental illness, chronic health issues, or a physical disability. Nearly a fourth of unsheltered individuals said they had been incarcerated during the previous 12 months. A breakdown of local communities: in Joshua Tree, there were 12 unsheltered. In Landers, 4 unsheltered. 29 Palms, 19 unsheltered and 2 sheltered. In Yucca Valley, there are 42 homeless, 14 of those are unsheltered. Both Morongo Valley and Wonder Valley had 0 homeless reflected in the count. For more info, look for the link in this story at Z107.7 FM.com. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Heather Clisby.
After a pause for the Memorial Day weekend, work operations on Old Woman Springs Road will continue nightly from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m., weekly, Sunday through Thursdays. Night work operations will take place near Yucca Valley from 29 Palms Highway to Gin Road. Project work is expected to be complete by fall of 2025. Expect delays as nightly traffic control will be located at various locations on the 2-lane highway. Approximate flagging wait times per side are expected to be 20 minutes. Tonight, the 29 Palms City Council will gather for a pre-meeting workshop before their official meeting begins. Reporter Heather Clisby rejoins us with more.
Prior to tonight's meeting, the 29 Palms City Council will host a workshop for local nonprofits striving to obtain a Community Development Block Grant. Community Development Director Keith Gardner will lead council through a public hearing concerning changes to the Development Code, specifically creating permits for live entertainment. Essentially, the city would implement a licensing program wherein live entertainment would be added to an existing business license. Application fees are proposed to be $550 due at the time of business license renewal. Hernandez will return to the lectern to present the preliminary 2-year budgets for the Project Phoenix Funds and Sewer Fund for initial council review. She will then present the preliminary 2-year Special Revenue Funds budget, also for review. Finally, council will discuss a proposed amendment to the city manager's employment agreement, noting that the city manager's salary is currently the lowest of all city managers in San Bernardino County. A 2.5% salary increase is proposed, as well as other adjustments. The meeting takes place on Tuesday, May 27th at 6 p.m. at City Hall, 6136 Adobe Road. It can be live streamed or viewed on demand via the city's website, 29palms.org. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Heather Clisby.
The Yucca Valley Planning Commission will consider an exterior color change application for a local taqueria. Here's reporter Adeline J. Wells with more on tonight's agenda.
The Yucca Valley Planning Commission meeting will begin with review of an exterior color change application for Taqueria El Comandante, located at 56945 29 Palms Highway. Tonight will be the 5th time the Commission has considered the application. They previously continued the item and recommended the applicant work with town staff to select a design and color palette that is compliant with the commercial design guidelines. Town staff now recommends that the Commission denies the application without prejudice. The Planning Commission will also receive the Land Development Update. Developments that may be included in the report include El Pollo Loco, Bath & Body Works, the Vertical Bridge Monopine Project, and new Circle K and Walmart fueling stations. Tonight's meeting is open to the public and begins at 6 p.m. at the Yucca Valley Community Center. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
The 29 Palms Water District will hold their monthly meeting tomorrow at 4 p.m. Annalise Kuiper joins us with details.
There will be a public hearing on the proposed adoption of an ordinance to update the district groundwater management plan. Ordinance number 94 was adopted on October 24, 2001, and has undergone minor updates in 2008 and 2014. This updated ordinance number 104 will supersede the previous ordinances. The board will consider adopting a revised purchasing authority policy for the procurement of materials, professional services, general purchases, etc. Resolution 2506 will be considered declaring certain water district property as surplus and authorizing disposal. A draft for the annual budget for fiscal year 2025-26 will be presented. The maintenance, water quality, and finance reports, as well as the General Manager's report, will be presented. Located at 72401 Hatch Road in 29 Palms, the meeting begins at 4 p.m. and the public is most welcome to attend. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
And finally, the Joshua Tree Shakespeare Festival is bringing King Lear to life at a new venue in Yucca Valley this weekend. The performance will be held at the outdoor stage of Mon Petit Mojave this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas advises you to get your tickets whilst thou can.
The Joshua Tree Shakespeare Festival proudly announces its 2025 production of King Lear, a breathtaking adaptation of Shakespeare's timeless tragedy performed under the open desert sky running through June 1st on Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. and Sundays at 2:30 p.m. This production continues the festival's mission to bring world-class accessible Shakespeare to the Joshua Tree community. The production will feature a talented ensemble of actors, including festival alumni Kurt Schopner as King Lear, Molly Kettlebach, Cookie Billsborough, Kevin Hales, Andrew Catlin, Brian Hennessy, Bobby Beckenridge, Malcolm Stanley Wolfe, Liz Wessel, and Chris Matthews. For more information and to buy tickets, visit their website at jtshakesfest.org or follow the link in this story at z1077fm.com. Reporting for Z1077, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmetz.